Hey clinicians, this is Private Practice. I'm Jo Muirhead and welcome to the 18th of April 2018. Want to know what today is? Today is my son's 18th birthday. That's right. He is turning 18, which in Australia is when we officially tell you welcome to adulthood. Doesn't necessarily mean that people have worked out what that means by now, but he has new responsibilities and new opportunities coming to him every day from now on. So happy birthday, Anthony. You are a remarkable young man, and I am super proud to be your mum. I also wanted to share today that I received this most gorgeous card in the mail today. Oh my word. Completely unexpected from somebody that I only know through Facebook conversations, through, not somebody that I've ever met, somebody who lives in a place I've never been to, does work that I'm not particularly familiar with, but the message inside this card has really, really touched me. And hey, Jen, thank you. So I am just so thrilled that somebody took the time to go and find a card for me, write in it, put it in the post, and send it to me. I must admit, I have loved receiving this card. It is going into my book of evidence because there's messages in it that encourage and inspire me to keep going and do what I do, and to encourage and inspire all of us to keep doing what we do. So I just want to say a massive, massive thank you, because I am just so overwhelmed. That would be the truth of the matter. I am overwhelmed by receiving that. So it's obvious that I can make a Facebook Live work on my computer when there's just me involved. I've done that more than once now. So if you were trying to get on the call yesterday with Nicola and I and you discovered that that didn't work, I'm a work in progress. But that recording has been uploaded. It's also on YouTube. And for those of you who receive my emails, and you'll get a copy of it as well directly into your inbox later this week. It's not the next email you're going to get from me. That's something different, but it's coming. So I thought that was probably a good way to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to participate and see the information. Now, I wanted to talk about something today that I don't think many private practitioners talk about, and that is how we treat our team members and our staff. So people get sick. It is a part of us being human. I wasn't well yesterday. Sophie hasn't been great, but people get sick. And the gorgeous Jen Brown isn't necessarily sick, but she's rehabilitating and recovering at the moment. And I don't think she's working at 100% capacity. It's really easy for those of us in private practice who are really small, micro businesses, not large companies, to feel like we're being hardly done by when a team member isn't well and when they're not able to work. We spend a lot of time looking at our cash flow. We worry about getting value for money out of people. And I hear these conversations and read these conversations a lot. It comes up in the context of, do I have to pay sick leave? It comes up in the context of, how much are you paying per hour? It comes up in the context of, what else do I have to pay? Totally the wrong questions. If you've created your own private practice, chances are you've done it because you didn't want to go and work for someone else. And if you've ever been employed by someone else, chances are you've had a really negative employment experience. I know I'm not the only person who has had that. All right. So can we just agree that we need to treat our team members, regardless of whether they're full-time employees, part-time employees, subcontractors, W-2s or 1099s or whatever you call them in the US. These are not numbers. These are not widgets. These are people. They are human beings. And if you have got a human doing work for you, chances are they're working really, really hard to do a really good job for you. So we need to take a breath, and we need to understand that it's not all about push, 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 productivity, productivity, productivity. If you build a culture inside of your practice, even if it is just you and one other part-time person, where it's we work hard, but we rest well. it's okay to be sick here because I know the work is going to get done. First thing I want to ask any of my team members coming back if they've been sick is, what can I do to help? Because I know that if I've spent any time away from my desk or my inbox or my phone, my biggest freak out is not the work I've left behind, but all the new work that has piled up on top of the work I left behind. So if I'm feeling like that, then pretty much everybody else around me is going to be feeling like that, because this business doesn't stop. This work doesn't stop. So I want us to stop thinking that we're being hardly done by when we've got to pay wages and taxes and annual leave and sick leave, and make sure that you have got a great culture happening in your business, even if it is just you and another part-time person, that you are treating your people the way you would want to be treated, with respect, with dignity, rewarding them, thanking them, making sure that they want to turn up to work the next day. Because as soon as we start a transaction of you come to work for this many hours and get paid this much money, then that is all we're ever going to get. All we're ever going to get is a transaction that I have been here today for this many hours. We all know that presenteeism is one of the biggest productivity and financial killers of any business, and we are not immune. So if you need to go and say sorry to somebody today, can I ask you to put on your big person pants and go do that? And if you need some help on how to build a culture in your workplace or refine how you're actually managing your team members and your staff members, then please reach out and ask for some help. There are some great resources around to help you do that. So this is Private Practice, where we deal with people. We deal with people. That is what we're good at. That is what we're put on this planet to do. So let's make sure that we're treating ourselves and those closest to us really, really well. Wow, there we go. I'm going to go and celebrate my son's 18th birthday. Hurrah! I don't quite know what that means yet, but it does mean I'm not cooking. Hurrah! And I look forward to talking to you later this week.